Now, invasive cosmetic surgeries are on the rise amongst British health tourists, with 12,000 Brits travelling to Turkey in 2022 to get on the trend Brazilian butt lift. But are we becoming too lax when it comes to cosmetic surgery? What do you think, Katie? Are we kind of maybe treating it too casually?
Not necessarily. I don't personally have anything against people going for cosmetic surgery, whatever age they are. I think the important thing is the reason behind it. And I think any ethical surgeon won't just talk to you about your physical health in the consultation. They'll ask you about your mental health. They'll ask you about the reasons why you want this surgery. And they'll talk you through the aftermath of it, you know, what's going to happen post-procedure. So I think if you're of sound mind and body and you're electing to do it, I think that's up to you.
But you said ethical surgeon. I'm not suggesting that, you know, surgeons in other parts of the world are not ethical, but there is no doubt we have seen a big rise in the number of people going abroad for surgery, having a botched surgery and coming back, and the NHS is having to kind of pick up the slack. I think they had figures from Scotland. They're saying it cost them £9,000 per patient to try and correct something. So, you know, that's all very well, but what if it goes wrong, Janet?
Yeah, I think the number of people who've come back here, the number of cases where corrective surgery has had to happen have gone up 94% in the last 3 years. So that's in the whole of the UK. So a rise of 94% of people thinking, oh, that hasn't worked, or even worse, it's, you know, harming my health, is a cause for concern. I don't think the NHS should be correcting surgery done abroad unless it's life-threatening. I just don't think we can afford it. I don't see how we can. No. But if people can afford 20,000 quid to go to Turkey to have the surgery in the first place, shouldn't they be setting aside some money as well in case they're not happy with the result?
Katie?
It's difficult, isn't it? Because things can go wrong on any surgery, whether it's cosmetic, functional, whatever it is. You can get infections that are nobody's fault. You can get botched surgery where the surgeon wasn't qualified, and you might get some kind of paralysis, necrosis, whatever it is. Do I think people should be made to suffer and just live with it? No, because I think people can be driven to suicide in extreme cases like that.
But should they pay for it? I mean, if they've paid the surgeon...
Do you know what? For me, this goes into territory of what you're suggesting is it's self-inflicted, right? So then I'm like, is obesity self-inflicted? Is addiction? Is smoking and excessive consumption of alcohol and drugs, is it self-inflicted? Do we stop helping those people?
I mean, if you've chosen to spend money in another country to have a procedure done and that procedure goes wrong, should you have the expectation that the NHS back at home picks up the pieces? Well, I mean, that's not quite the same, is it?
Medical tourism now isn't just cosmetic. People are going abroad for their teeth, for their hips, for gastro surgery, bariatric surgery, all kinds of surgery.
And there's a lot of corrective surgery happening, corrective dentistry to sort out the dental implants and the dental things that have gone wrong too. All I would say is this shows a kind of attitude to your body that's completely alien to my generation. Yeah. I mean, when I started in television, anybody who had cosmetic surgery never owned up about it. Yeah. It was a shameful thing, or you kept it very much to yourself. And it was, I don't know, I could count on the fingers of one hand the women I knew who'd had it done.
And so many you didn't know about.
Yeah, exactly. They went for long holidays and came back looking very refreshed.
Do you think it has become commonplace, Linda?
Well, 28 people have died since they've been having surgery in Turkey, haven't they? And I just think it's such a shame that they feel the need to fill their faces and their lips. The lips are the worst things that they do. And they're all beginning to look the same now, aren't they? They really are. I think it's very sad that they're not happy with what they see in the mirror in the first place.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, I guess we've all had our hair coloured over the years. We've all been subject to those kind of trends.
Yeah, but that's not dangerous, is it, really?
Yeah, I've got to put my hand up and say I hate the bags under my eyes, and I've spoken out time and time again saying people are tinkering around with their faces for the most, you know, pathetic reasons. So I'm now in this position of thinking, right, those bags, how much longer can I live with them?